welcome back to my channel. This is Candice and Sparkle. It has been a long time since I've been online, but I wanted to say I'm sorry for that. It's just I was so busy with work and school and everything else. I mean, that's no excuse not to come and check out my fans, but a sister gotta do what a sister gotta do. So it's been rough these last couple of weeks since we have been in lockdown and curfew. I've never experienced anything like this before. I hope it's almost over because I'm going to go crazy. Well, technically, I'm not going to go crazy because I've been keeping myself busy. I just want to make a few suggestions on things that you may want to do. One of them is maybe sit outside, meditate, get some fresh air, listen to the birds, just embrace nature because we've been in the office and things all the time. I mean, just forget about the earth. So this is a time to go out there, get some fresh air, maybe during the meditation, get some exercise, and also, especially for people who has eaten all year, a bunch of ham, turkey, chicken, ribs, all them kind of things. No, it's time to work off some of them calories and fat, and let's get healthy. Because with this COVID going on, you really need to build your immune system. Then another alternative for you to do to keep yourself busy so you get in trouble, call and check on friends. Sometimes we get so self-involved, believe we're so important, we forget about everybody else around us. So especially like your elderly people, mentally challenged people, people who are going through hard times, call and check on them, be a listening ear, and stop being so self-involved during this COVID-19 situations. Maybe too, if you're in a financial position to do so, maybe get a grocery item when you go to the store for them. Things like that. This is time for everyone to come together and stop being so self-involved. You know what I mean? And then another thing you could do is sit down and think about how you could be financially independent. Right now, a lot of people aren't working, especially in the customer service industry because of the lockdown. And it's like, okay, what else can you do during this time to make some money? So sit down and think about that because the reality is you're not going to get NID right now. You're not always going to get government assistance right away. So what are you going to do in the next month or so while you're sitting there doing nothing? So sit down, think about some goals and strategies to help you make some more money and also just future goals. What is your 1 year goal, 2 year goal, 3 year goal, 4 year goal, 5 year goal? The time has gone where you just sit down and take the life day by day. That is going. You have to start being more proactive about your life because the reality is only you will be looking after you. Everybody else is in the bind right now, so you're going to be on your own. So it's time to start being proactive and planning your future. Another thing is, the fridge is like my best friend. But I find myself having to try to discipline myself because the reality is you can't go to the food store so freely as you used to. So it's good to write a grocery list on the days when you have the lockdown. So when time to go to the food store, you have the things that you need on your list and you can get in and out. And then also too, it's good to meal prep so that you don't be wasting things. You know what I mean? Prepare something that lasts about 5 days, and so you don't have no wastage, and everyone should be able to eat without overdoing it. You know what I mean? Like it's time to really conserve food and stop wasting. Because if there's a full lockdown where you can't go to the store for a week, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? And it's also good to meal prep. Go back to one of my goals I mentioned earlier, managing your diet. This is time to get healthy, so meal prep is something you could be doing while you're on lockdown. Then spring cleaning. Now I know, like all you want to do is sit down and watch YouTube and stuff like that, right? But it's a good time to do just a little light spring cleaning until you're able to kick up no dust for you to get any virus or dirt in your nose or bacteria or whatever. But there's something to keep you sane, organized, because you can imagine sitting in the house all day and everything is all over the place. You're going to get anxiety, and that is not good during these kind of times, okay? And then something else you could do is work on your hobbies and crafts and stuff like that. I know, like, sometimes we spend so much time on the job or on the go, we forget to do things that we like to do. So if you're like a photographer, you're an artist, you're arts and crafty, you like to sew, this is your time to do good while we're under this curfew. If you have any other suggestions, let me know. But right now, I want to tell you what I've been doing to keep myself a little busy. These are my top favorite things. Not the only things I've been doing, but my top favorite things. The first one is Let me get it over here so I can show you how it looks. It's Once a Day for Women. So basically, this is a book that I read every morning when I wake up. And it would just have a specific scripture up top here. And then this is where it helps me to read my Bible. So this is what I've been doing every morning when I wake up. And I like this book because it keeps me on track. Every day you read a page and then you would read the scripture that corresponds to the page. So within a year, you should have read the whole Bible, which is good. Another thing I've been doing to keep myself busy is adult coloring. I believe I ordered this book on Amazon, so I'll link it in the description. I know coloring is considered something for kids, but sometimes it's pretty good to keep you occupied. So this is like something I've colored. And I like it because it has like motivational quotes. So try anything once, and that's something like me. Once it's legal, I'm willing to try it. You know what I mean? Life is so short, it's best to live it up. So it's all coloring. Another thing that's good to keep your mind busy while you're under this curfew is this. I don't know if any of my old school people in here remember this. This is called dot-to-dot therapy. So basically, you get a pencil or pen, and then you would just, starting from the number 1 until whatever number it finished at, you would just connect the dots. And so this one here is a bird. And it's very interesting because sometimes you think it's one thing, and then when you finish the dot therapy session, you realize that it was actually something else. So this is pretty good to keep your mind occupied during the curfew. Sorry, my screen got a little dark from me covering my lights. And lastly, what I've been doing to keep myself busy during this curfew is using my creative hands to make masks. Now, last week, our Prime Minister, he mandated that anytime anyone goes out in public, they must wear a mask. And so I've been doing this as my Prime Minister mandated, be creative and make some masks. So if you're interested in any masks, let me know. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you have been doing to keep yourself occupied during this curfew. I'll be really interested in knowing because I'm very nosy. Be safe and think about others. Wash your hand as much as possible. Cough into your sleeve. But most of all, wear your mask. Bye.